Whoa! Whoa! D. Camillo with the 4 gifted subs. You're a powerful wizard. Thank you very much. Hope everybody enjoys their subs. Make sure you thank D. Camillo. Get some powerful wizard emotes in here. Alright, let's do it. Round 3. Much appreciated. What is that? That is not a functional hand of Magic the Gathering card, is what that is. That is a functional hand of Magic the Gathering cards. What are we gonna do with this hand? This is a keep, obviously. I'm just trying to figure out where we go from here. I think I actually... It's possible I want to bottom this Time Walk. Maybe you just bottom a land. Just try to work with this. I guess we can just bottom this because we have a jet. Try that. Opponent has Ancestral Thirst for Knowledge. Ooh. I kind of see what you're saying, Olaf. But I just think that you lose to Pio there. And Pio is the 4 of, whereas Time Twister is the 1 of, right? I also like don't know if you're actually losing to Time Twister either. Like, you have a lethal amount of zombies, right? Like, you already have a lethal in play. I don't know if that holds. Like, it's more likely that I have a PO in my hand, untap, and combo kill you, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just off. I don't know. This is a thirst for knowledge. I'm still, like, reeling from this. I don't actually... This is going to be kind of rough if I let them resolve these spells. It's game 1. I can't clear your board as a Paradoxical Outcome player, right? But I don't know what Paradoxical Outcome deck has a main deck balance or anything like that. I'm never going to be able to clear your board. I think I'm just gonna Time Walk here to get an extra card to draw for my Brainstorm. I really need like to hit Moxen for my PO. That's a pretty decent one. So I don't really want Force of Will. I think I would rather like put Force of Will and Ponder back. It just seemed really weird, Olaf, because I personally think that like it doesn't make sense not to name Pio there, but that's just how I saw it, and I'm sure everything's fine. I think what do you guys think about putting back Force Ponder, playing fetch land, casting Night's Whisper, trying to hit Moxen, and POing here? Like, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to battle my opponent's hand, right? My opponent's hand is Pyroblast, Probe, Ancestral. I think I'd rather try to go for broke now than wait for later, right? What do you guys think about that? I think like this Force of Will plan is like not very good, and the Ponder is the worst of these remaining cards. Like, we still have to hit really, really good here. But I think we have to hit like really, really strong here, but maybe we can. EO for 2. I mean, I don't think we have a choice. Unfortunate. Alright, so opponent is gonna probe us and then Ancestral or hold up Pyroblast with our triple blue card hand. This doesn't look good for us. We just kind of didn't have the right cards, right? Like, we just needed a density of Moxen to allow us to do PO things, and we just didn't have the Moxen density, which is one of the biggest problems with PO. So they're going to hold open Pyroblast, which makes sense. We can draw... I guess we don't have anything to draw. I guess we could draw a Mana Crypt to enable double plays here. That's just not going to be enough. We just jam this into Pyroblast, I guess. No, maybe you're right. It's kind of irrelevant because I'm like never playing Sprite Dragon on the next turn. I don't know. Like, opponent has to Pyroblast our Narset. I guess at least have a trigger on my Sprite Dragon. Yeah, I guess I should hold back my Moxen there. I'm not used to that, but yes, I think you're probably right. Just not casting Ancestral right now doesn't make any sense. Just cast Ancestral. Oh, I guess they have 6 cards in hand. Oh, baby. Can we do it, chat? I guess there's no reason. Well, the reason is they're going to draw 3 cards with their Ancestral Recall. That's the reason to just jam this Tinker now and hope it works. We're basically destroying any hope of ever POing, though, if we Tinker now. I just, like, don't know. We're gonna fall so far behind if we, like, play Sprite Dragon this turn and they play Ancestral Recall. Right? Like, how are we ever coming back from that? We're just not, right? I think we're supposed to Tinker. They've drawn, what, 3 cards since the start of this game? They have drawn 3 cards since the start of this game. Ancestral, look for a removal. Sorry, a counterspell. Yeah. You find a counterspell. Yeah. Pyroblast. No? Cluster? Yeah. We just needed like 1 more Moxen in our opening draw, and we just didn't have the Moxen that we needed. We're pretty much completely dead at this point. Main deck Pyroblast Flusterstorm. Yeah. Sounds about right. Oh, attack! It didn't let me attack. I'm gonna cast Thirst for Knowledge here? Oh. No. The old stutter step attack. My favorite one. Just gonna counter my mental misstep. Why did we? Oh, you're gonna cast Thirst in response? You're gonna cast Repeal in response? What are we playing? We're playing just like the deck 84 Grixis? That must be what we're doing. It must just be like the Grixis Tinker deck, right? Or Ancestor. I hate this card. This card is like brutal. Alright, we're gonna go to game 2. We're just gonna get buried in cards. It doesn't exactly matter how they win. It's just like another deck where we're playing a bunch of Pyroblast and Flusterstorms. Like, I'm not actually gonna keep like answers to Blightsteel or anything like that. That's not really what you're supposed to do in this matchup. I guess I could like take out Twister and play a trap for a counter war. Did they play? We didn't see any, no, but not what I want to see. Those are kind of sweet. All right, let's try again. Still no Lutri. This hand is pretty reasonable, I think. I'm gonna jam the turn 1 Sprite Dragon, even though I can't keep it. I can't keep it alive this turn, I think. I think I want to play Academy because I actually think that the Flooded Strand for Underground Sea is more important. Could be wrong though. I don't think I want to wait a turn. They just forced it? Sure. I think I would rather jam Dragon and then next turn hold up Pyroblast and Flusterstorm, but that's just my... Like, I don't actually think it's all in that Dragon as you say it is. Like, any draw spell is going to enable a PO in this game, and then you're going to have PO with multiple backup spells, so... I really don't think it's actually that all in on Dragon. Like, obviously, if I draw nothing, then I draw nothing, but like, even if you're drawing Moxen, you're enabling your PO, so it's not really that all in. I think it's really funny that every time there's a controversy, they drop a secret lair right after. Like, they have the secret lairs prepared to just drop whenever there's a controversy, right? This is just also just getting pyroblasted. This is getting flustered. Can't even fluster this back. Oh wait, there's only 2 copies. If I fluster back, then they just pay for 1. Alright. Opponent has 4 cards, I have 4 cards. I have 3 mana, but my mana grows exponentially with Moxen. I don't know, I think I like the place we're currently in. Opponent had to 2-for-1 themselves to stop my Sprite Dragon. There's a Jason the Mind Sculptor in their deck. Okay. Slovenia, but this is also a Merchant Scroll. I'm gonna make the same play they did. I don't want them to put the Ancestral in their yard. I really don't want an ancestral in their yard. It makes life really difficult. Theoretically, exponentially. Not remotely exponentially, okay? Fine. Our mana grows faster than them, alright? You happy, Tripped Up? I would like one more Moxen before I cast PO, preferably. Or like another blue card, maybe. I can't, I don't think this is allowed to resolve. Black demonic? Must be demonic, right? Are they going for a cruise? Man, opponent has time walk. That's fine. Back feed in? I wish I had enough mana up. Think they're gonna steal my ruby? Probably. I actually have to force this. Really frustrating. I didn't think I'd be in this position, but the time walk allowed this to happen. Like, this is actually really sweet if we had the ability to PO in response to the taking, but here you have to counter this. We lose too much mana if they just steal our ruby. Well, now we have about nothing, so now if we draw more Moxen, it's not even that good. That's a great draw, though. Oh, I shouldn't have used my red mana. I guess I have an opal coming now, so fine. Yeah, none of those we don't want any of those, so we'll just take this delta and then we'll fetch away next turn. Hopefully they don't just play a delve spell here. That would be unfortunate. It seems like what happens every time, though, so they're only one away from Mystic Sanctuary as well. Sure looks like a delve spell. Ass? What does that mean? I'd rather see 3 fresh ones and keep all of my mana. Citadel? We're actually one black away from a Citadel. But we would rather just demonic. So what can we demonic for? Yogwill? Like, okay. Either way, we're not doing it on this turn, right? So we have 3 blue off our Academy. So we could use our opal for black. 3 blue. We don't even have a very good Yogwill. We don't have a great PO. I would rather try to get a black spell than a blue spell, because I don't really want to run into Pyroblast. But the only black spell is like Yogwill and Nice Whisper. I don't like Tinker because we want to still be able to PO if we were to draw it. What we could do is we would lose our top if we went that direction. There's like no way to do like a cast Citadel and still have our top. I mean, I think we're still just doing that, but I don't think we can do anything this turn that makes a lot of sense. They have thirst for knowledge? No. Pass. 3 cards in hand. I think we can realistically only take Eo, Yogwill, or Tinker here. No. I don't think so. I think what we're going to end up doing here is taking Pio and going to their turn. We need all of our mana to be able to Pio and then still spin. I guess theoretically here we could like take Tinker and try to find a counter spell, but like we don't actually have very many ways to deal with a Pyroblast, right? Like we don't even have our Flusterstorm anymore. So like we would have to find a misstep somehow, which doesn't really seem like it's gonna work out. Like I think what you're supposed to do here is take Pio and pass the turn. And try to play on their turn, and then untap and jam again. Like you're not, like I think we're gonna like not activate top, play on their end step, and try to double jam, basically. I guess we can activate top to start to see what we're looking at. This doesn't play around Spell Pierce in any meaningful way. And we know they have a Spell Pierce, right? No, we didn't see a Spell Pierce, we saw Flusterstorm. Alright, well, now we don't want to do that, because now we actually do have... So now we're not going to do that. Abort mission. So they have Fluster, they have Gifts Ungiven, they have Snap Fluster. So they have Fluster, Snap Fluster, and they have Repeal. That's going to be really challenging. Gifts, Fluster, Snap Fluster, Snap Time Walk, Repeal. They're just gonna go for like Snap Brainstorm here. They're just gonna go for Repeal my Moxen here. I feel like you just hardcast. Doesn't actually keep us off Hardcast Forest, does it? Free. It does keep us off. I'm not gonna cast Pio here because I'll just get flustered, but they might just use a fluster here. Seems like that would be a little weird, but for fluster, no. Oh, Pio in response and pay. That'd be 1 less mana. Storm count is 3. No, we would be 1 short of paying. They're gonna snap Fluster here. Alright, that gets rid of one of their Fluster Storms. It's really hard for the Pio deck to beat the mono counterspell deck. Why Pio's always had a kind of a rough standstill matchup. So now they have Gifts and Fluster open. And because they bounced our Ruby, we can't pay for a Pio. Kind of unfortunate. Can't pay for a fluster, I mean. So, like, do we just take this force so that we can force a get? Like, we're just dead, right? Like, there's nothing we can actually do here. I guess technically every sapphire will pay for itself for fluster, right? So if we pay ruby, sapphire, so our fluster is a 3-cost counter. It would be a 4 cost if they go for gifts first. Then we would have 4 mana. I guess we could technically do it, right? Whatever, I'm over it. They're gonna gifts and then fluster, or they're gonna, yeah, whatever. Like, it's just like nothing I can do. That's not how that works. Like, you have to have another blue card to cast Force of Will. You mean last turn? We're definitely gonna die next turn. Can I even pay for Fluster right now? It's gonna be at 5. I can actually pay for Fluster right now, right? So if I just give them Snapcaster Vampiric, or sorry, Snapcaster Demonic, I can just pay for Fluster and combo. Wait. Go into graveyard, go into graveyard. Put the Vamp and the Dig in the graveyard. Give you Snapcaster Demonic. You're gonna Fluster this? I pay. Did we like somehow win this game? Mystic Sanctuary? The dig through time? What does that do? Alright, well maybe we can just win. I don't have no idea what opponent just did. I feel like if opponent went a 4 counterspell gifts pile, we lost the game on the spot, but we have a chance, I guess. Maybe they didn't have enough counterspells left to do a 4 counterspell gift pile. Maybe they got greedy. Yeah, I think they didn't realize I could pay for Fluster. Okay, we've drawn nothing so far. That's a good one, though. I want to see what's on top before fetching, if possible. Yeah, like those cards are not going to do anything for us, so we need to have like a PO. I think I'm willing to use my Opal now to spin. Am I willing to use my Opal to spin? I think so. Perfect. Alright, well we won the game, chat. Opponent didn't count Flusterstorm, right? We live another day. Get out of here with that. Get a whole priority on that. I actually didn't want to do that way. Whatever. Cast this a couple times instead. Whee! Dragon! Alright. How far behind are you guys? Kind of feels like you're like kind of far behind. I have no idea why. I don't have any delay on. Well, it definitely doesn't win with Mentor Time Walk because there is no Mentor in our deck. You're not that far behind. Yeah, 4 seconds is not bad. It just felt like you guys were kind of far behind for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I have one with like I got my 5-0 win with a Citadel activation actually, but I would never call my chat stupid. All right, so do we change anything? Opponent is playing Gifts Ungiven, Grixis Tinker, classic, very classic Thieves style list. We've got 4 Pyroblasts, like let's just battle. Can't do Blightsteel because they probably have Dak Faden, and we know they have Jace the Mind Sculptor. So opponent just gave us that win because they went for the greedy line and they needed to go for the counterspell line, but I didn't realize I had 5 minutes left. I'm not actually sure how I'm going to play this one out. We can easily go with turn 1 Sprite Dragon here, I think, and I think it's actually pretty reasonable, especially with opponent not holding up Pyroblast, but holding up Spell Pierce / Flusterstorm. Oh, they're holding up Ancestral Recall. That's kind of fucked up. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Kind of unfortunate. I would really have liked that in my... I think I'm going to go with Sprite Dragon. Are they just going to force my Sprite Dragon again? No. It would have been super nice to have drawn a Moxen for the start of that turn, but opponent can draw Moxen. Why can't I draw Moxen? I can't really protect my Sprite Dragon here. Dak? I'm just gonna let Dak resolve. That's not the plan here. That is not my plan. Alright, can I please draw lands and Moxen? That's what we're looking for. Blightsteel Colossus revealed. Okay. Lands and Moxen. Beautiful. Do we cast Night's Whisper or do we cast Time Walk? I feel like we have to cast Time Walk here. Do we attack them or do we attack? I guess if they force this, we force back, we kill Dak Faden on this turn and then untap and attack them again. That makes sense. They just have double force? Okay, we still kill Dak Faden. They have 2 cards left, we have 2 cards left, but one of our cards is a Night Whisper. That's kind of good. They pitched Misstep and Brainstorm, which is pretty good for us as well. Oh, we're just gonna get Tinker Blightsteel? That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't leave in anything to deal with Blightsteel. Fuck. Yeah, I don't have a single way to deal with Blightsteel. Alright, maybe we can kill him. But we used our Time Walk, so that seems kind of unlikely. Maybe we'll be able to do... This Strip Mine might kill us too. We kind of just need to find a PO for next turn, maybe? Wow, that's really, really bad. That's a really, really bad spin. Really bad spin. I can wait a turn, right? I can block and then try to go for a PO. Actually, I can't go for a PO because I tapped my Mana Vault. I have to, like... I'm just dead, right? Can't actually win this game. Only deal 9 damage. I can't do that because I won't have enough mana. I'll be 1 mana short. Yo isn't actually an out. I have to draw Tinker. You hit me here. They just happen to have Strip Mine as well as Tinker Blightsteel, so. I have to fetch Blind Top into a Tinker, right? Or should we spin top and try to find Ancestral? I have Breach. Breach, Ancestral. I think I have more outs if I spin. I know what the third card down is, so this doesn't actually work. I need to flip blue there to find actually, at that point, I'm just dead. Doesn't actually work. That's really fucked up. I'm not happy about that. I just needed my top to find me something, and it just didn't happen. Because if I have a PO, then I get to, even PO doesn't even work. I had to find Tinkers. Maybe I'm just like not even in a good spot there to find anything.